Hello, hello, my friends. I have a little bit of a departure video from my normal content. Today, I am going to be sharing with you a personal fragrance haul. Now, if you're new to my channel, first and foremost, welcome. Hi, I'm Katie. I typically on this channel like to talk about candles and home fragrance. I tend to do hauls, empties, dedicated reviews, all sorts of fun stuff there. However, something that probably wouldn't surprise a lot of you guys is that I like my home to smell good, which means I also typically like my body to smell good. And I kind of threw this out there for my subscribers to say, like, hey, would you guys ever be interested in a video sharing some personal fragrance? And I had quite a few of you guys say, yes, please make the video. So I don't know how this is going to go. This might be a total flop. It might be a total dud. But I figured, you know what? Recently, I have purchased some personal fragrance items. We had a couple of sales going on over the last month. We still have a lot of sales going on into Mother's Day weekend. And some of these brands I feel like have kind of been talked about recently. Some I had never really heard of. And then others are just kind of like an old standby favorite. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. But today I want to share with you guys what I purchased from the Bath & Body Works hand soap haul that happened, what was that, like a week ago now. I also have some new body lotions, body creams. I've got some perfumes. And then at the very, very end of this haul, I just kind of wanted to share with you a mini little, like, what I purchased during the Sephora sale, maybe just some little odds and ends type of thing. Fun fact, you guys, I actually started my channel with a split focus between beauty and candles. But as my, I would say as my channel grew, or as I just kind of found my footing, I realized that I liked producing content around home fragrance a lot more than beauty content. And so that's kind of the trajectory that my channel took. But it doesn't mean that I still do like beauty products. I don't consume as many of them as I used to. But yeah, I thought at the end of this video, I will share that with you. So again, please hit thumbs up if you like it. But let's go ahead and dive right on into this haul, shall we? Because I got a lot to talk about. I tend to like to talk, so I don't want to waste anybody else's time. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the Bath & Body Works hand soaps. So in my family, we tend to like the foaming hand soaps. If you're just coming across my channel for the first time, I am 40 years old. I reside in Arizona, very, very hot and dry climate, especially coming into this time of year. It's going to be very, very hot. I am married. I've been married for almost 19 years, and I have 3 children. I have a 16-year-old, a 13-year-old, and an 11-year-old. So there's a lot of hand washing that needs to take place around our home. And I kind of got in the habit of buying the foaming hand soaps when my kids were a little bit younger because it was easier for them to learn how to wash their hands. And I feel like we've just kind of stuck with it. So I went a little bit wild during the hand soap sale because I was in need of wanting to stock up on them for the entire summer season. A couple of these I did buy multiples of. And then the other thing that was really exciting was I placed this as a BOPUS. And when I went into the store to pick it up, the sales associate was kind enough that he said, you know what? He said, if you're interested in purchasing any more hand soaps, he said, I'll still honor the $2.95 price if you want. And I was like, cool. So there I was sniffing even more hand soaps and getting even more than what I had originally planned. Okay, so the first hand soap that I purchased was Santorini Coast. We have fragrance notes of creamy coconut, almond blossom, and warm vanilla. I love this fragrance in the candle format. It is one of the summer fragrances from Bath & Body Works that I do feel, I don't want to say nostalgic about, but it is one of the fragrances that I usually try to get in my collection at least once a year. I'm not sure that I would necessarily want this in like lotion type of body care or like a spray, but I do like the way that this fragrance smells, you know, when I have the candle burning and then also freshly on my hands. I like that it's not like overly fragrant. I'm not going to go into too much detail about like what each of these smell like because Bath & Body Works is so easily available to a lot of people that you can go in and smell it. But Santorini Coast was one of the fragrances that I picked up. Vanilla Swirl, I think this one might be a new one. I'm not sure. We have fragrance notes of sweet vanilla, whipped milk, and berry swirl. Now, I did only get one of these, and I like it. It's very sweet. It's a very sweet fragrance. You know what? It kind of What does that remind me of? It reminds me of another candle that I've had. Not a Bath and Body Works candle though. Hmm. Oh, I feel like it smells like a Kringle candle that I've had recently. But there's more of like a berry note to this than there is really like straight up vanilla. But nice, a nice fragrance. And I wanted to have this one. And then Sweet Orange Blossom. Now I do like the packaging on this. We have fragrance notes of sweet orange blossom, sea lavender, and warm vanilla. And this to me isn't a straight up, it's not straight up orange blossom. I mean, you get some of it, but this is almost kind of like a more fresh seaside type of fragrance. I grew up in Southern California, and the route that we used to take going to the beach, we would go through like Fillmore, Santa Paula, and there were a lot of like orange groves on the way there. And I remember smelling oranges for whatever reason are kind of synonymous for me with like trips to the beach, even though it's not necessarily a beach fragrance. It kind of reminds me of that. So we have Sweet Orange Blossom here. Pina Colada Swirl. Now I did buy, I want to say 3 or 4 of this fragrance because I like it that much. We have fragrance notes of frozen pineapple treat, sparkling orange, and vanilla coconut cream. I like this a lot. Do you know what this reminds me of? This actually reminds me a little bit of the Easter candy basket candle. Now, I didn't really care for that candle when I was burning it. I said it smelled a little bit too waxy for my liking. But if you liked that candle, I feel like if you want it like in a hand soap format, it's not the exact same, but it's in that same vein. It's kind of like candied. You've got the orange cream in there. Nice fragrance. So I did buy, I think, 4 of those. I went a little wild, you guys. Another fragrance that I can't remember if I bought 2 or 3 of these. This is Dragonfruit and Palm Leaves. We have fragrance notes of green palms, sweet dragon fruit, and pineapple. And this is like super tropical. I like that one. I feel like this is a fragrance that I'll be burning like late June, early July when we're like really getting into the thick of summer. Really nice tropical fragrance. I did also purchase Vacation Villa. Now I know that this is a new fragrance, I believe. Fragrance notes of rich sandalwood, crisp linen, and sea breeze. And we have here, this is a little more like fresh, almost slightly masculine. Now, I am somebody who typically likes sandalwood fragrances. I will always say that in home fragrance, I think the brand that does sandalwood the best is Homeworks by Harry Slatkin. I think that he nails sandalwood really, really well. It's very sophisticated, but this is nice. Is it like something totally reinventing the wheel? No, but it's very like clean. Yeah, clean vacation type of vibes, I would say. And then another fragrance, this is actually a repeat purchase for me. This is a fragrance I've already had during the spring and I really liked it. It's Sunny Lemon Orchard. This is a fragrance that I feel like my mom would have loved. Yeah, this is a nice scent. It's kind of clean, lemony, but it's not overly like just lemon. We've got golden lemon blossom, spring jasmine, and cedar. So it's not that like super astringent lemon, say like kitchen lemon, or even like a sugary lemonade lemon like limoncello. It's got a little bit more of a floral component to it, and I really liked this fragrance. So I think I bought 2 more of these. And then the winner for me, I would say, of the hand soaps was this fragrance, Sunlit Glow. I think I got 4 or 5 of these. Fragrance notes of sunny citrus, beachside coconut, and warm amber. Now, I am somebody who tends to love like warm, beachy coconut type of fragrances. Oh, this is so good. So good. It almost smells a little bit like sunscreeny like, but I really like this fragrance. So again, purchased multiples of these. I can't remember how many I spent, how many I got in total. I want to say maybe, goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I wouldn't be surprised if I had like close to 20 total of these, because again, I'm the type of person that I know that we're going to go through these pretty quickly. I think it usually takes about 2.5 weeks for my kids' bathroom to go through one of these completely. So, and then the other bathrooms, they go through probably at least one every 4 weeks or so. So I know that we will probably get through a lot of these this summer. And if not, I'll hold on to them for next summer, give some as gifts at always is. Everybody always needs soap. Okay, I'm trying to determine. Let's go ahead and talk about a brand that is new to me. I have not tried this brand. I believe that they are available in some Targets or at Target, as well as they are now in Ulta. And funny story, I actually went into my local Ulta and I saw this brand, and I just started like the way that they had it displayed. They had some product out that looked like it was a tester. So like I was just opening it, and of course, like I pulled like the lid, the little like flat lid on the inside off, and it fell and it like made this mess. And like the one employee was kind of snarky with me. She's like, "That's not a tester." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." It legitimately, like the display looked like a tester. And then thankfully another employee came around and she was a little bit nicer, and she was like, "It's okay, we'll just mark it as a tester, it's fine." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I legitimately thought it was a tester. It was just the way that it was displayed." And she was like, "No, you're right, like it did look like a tester." So anyways, the brand that I am talking about is Saltair. And really the reason why I was intrigued about this brand is my friend Drew Yock. He and I message over on Instagram quite a bit. We are always kind of like influencing each other behind the scenes. The other person that I do that a lot with is Melanie, Mr. Kong's mom. We are always like, "Did you get this candle? Did you get this spray? Did you get this lotion? Like it smells really good." Or anyways, he said that this fragrance was really good. And then I saw that he had it in his MP's video. So this is the Saltair Saltwater Vanilla fragrance. Now I'm trying to see if they have the fragrance notes written on here. They do not. Let me see. Sea salt, saltwater vanilla. Yeah, they don't have the fragrance notes listed on here, but let me tell you, this, if you are looking for like a sweet summertime vanilla, this is it. Oh, it's good. It almost smells, it sounds kind of funny. Like I like that they call it saltwater vanilla. It almost has like a not overly artificial candied sugar. There's no warmth to it, like say Bath and Body Works warm vanilla sugar, which I know that fragrance has been around for forever. I love that scent for layering in the wintertime. I wear it with like so many of my perfumes. But again, to me, it's more of a fall or winter fragrance. This almost smells like if there were like a vanilla saltwater taffy. Do they make vanilla saltwater taffy? I don't know. That's what this smells like to me. It is so good. And I'm going to tell you guys, I wore this the other day. I put this on before going to church the other day, and like 3 hours later, my church service wasn't that long, but like I had applied it earlier in the morning and then did all my routine, and then we went to church, and I was smelling myself in church, and I was like, "Oh, I can still smell that body lotion." It was really good. It is a thicker body. They say body butter, but I did not notice any kind of like lingering greasiness or anything like that from this. Now, that being said, you guys, I am somebody, like I said, I do live in a very dry climate. I cannot stand the feeling of my skin being dry. So for me, I am always going to gravitate towards body creams, body butters. I like very thick emollient creams and stuff. The really thin lotions just don't do it for me in the climate that I live in. So this gave me really great moisture, and I really, really love it. I can definitely see myself repurchasing this one. And then the other body butter that I purchased from Saltair is this fragrance called Golden Hour. Now, this one, I had made an Instagram post. See, this is what I was talking about, that little lid, like this came off and it spilled everywhere. But I had made an Instagram post talking about how this fragrance will pair very nicely. Oh, this is good. This will pair really nicely with the classic fragrance. What's it called? Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder. If you have Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder, the classic fragrance. This one's going to layer. This one's slightly more like, I feel like there's more of like maybe like an amber note in this. Again, it's beachy. There's maybe like some coconut, or am I smelling kind of like a frangipani in there? This is just good. It's it's really, really good. It's a little bit more sophisticated. So if you're somebody who likes more like gourmand type of fragrances, I think that you would like the saltwater vanilla better. But if you're somebody who like, this smells like when you've been on vacation, like you're maybe at a resort, or if you're like me and you like to go on cruise ships, and like you're getting ready to go to dinner for the evening, you're getting kind of dressed up, but again, you're not like in like formal attire. You're like ready to go to dinner on the beach or dinner, like something like that. That's what this scent smells like to me. Like, it's got enough sophistication that you know that, like, oh, this might be, I think it's appropriately named golden hour because it does kind of give me those vibes. Really, really nice fragrance. And then I did purchase some body lotions from Saltair as well. So they only had those two fragrances in the body cream. But another fragrance that I really liked is this fragrance called Santal Bloom. Now, this one I think has maybe some sandalwood in it. Goodness, it doesn't have the fragrance notes on here. But I'll have everything linked in the description box down below so that way you can check it out. But this one, again, this one is also a little bit more sophisticated. It's not as like Sunset Beach type of feeling as the Golden Hour one. In fact, if I put just a little bit here on my hand, and I'm going to rub it in so I can get like a fresher. Yeah, you get that sandalwood. If you're somebody who likes sandalwood, you would like that Santal Bloom. Yeah, there's a sandalwood note in there that's really nice. I really, really like that. It's, again, very sophisticated, kind of, sophisticated vacation vibes. And then here's another one that I purchased, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think that I might take this one back and exchange it for another fragrance. This is the fragrance Pink Beach. Now, I thought that I liked this, and the reason I purchased this was because I smelled the shower gel. They do have a shower gel in this lineup. I think they have fine fragrance mist. They also have like a deodorant. But I smelled this in the shower gel and I liked it, but in the body cream, I don't think I really like it. When I put it on my skin, it smelled a little bit like Play-Doh-y to me. I think that there's like almond blossom in this one, coconut, which I normally love almond blossom, but for whatever reason, this one interacting with my own personal body chemistry, it's giving Play-Doh. So unfortunately, I think this one I'm going to go ahead and have to exchange it. I might exchange it for another one of those Santal Bloom, or I might just like use like the extra money, or like return this and then use the extra money to get another one of those saltwater vanillas, because that saltwater vanilla is probably my favorite. It's really, really good. So while we are talking about Ulta was trying to, I would say they were trying to compete with Sephora during the month of April. Sephora was running their biannual sale that they do. They do it once like in the spring, and then usually sometime like November, I would say. And they give tiered savings depending on what status you are at Sephora. And so Ulta was like, well, here's a 20% coupon that you can use on pretty much everything. There were a few exclusions, but mostly, you could use it on prestige items. Well, one of the products that I had on my wish list to purchase in a full size, because I already had I wouldn't even say it's like a travel size necessarily, it's just like a smaller bottle of it. I had bought this last year from Sol de Janeiro and I loved it. It's very sweet. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and repurchase that in a bigger bottle, because last year when I had it, it went missing from my collection a lot. If you've been with my channel for a little while, you guys saw a couple of weeks ago, I did a Homeworks haul with my 16-year-old daughter, Paisley, and Paisley likes this fragrance as well. So I noticed that my this product went missing a lot last summer, and I was like, I better buy the big bottle because she's probably going to be using it as well, which truthfully, you guys, I don't really mind. I feel like it's somebody else in the house to help me use up all of this product, because I am somebody who likes to try new things all the time. And, she and I have some similar preferences. And so I thought, you know what, that would be a good thing. But what product am I talking about here? It is the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 48. I believe that this is it called Bikini Season? I feel like it was called Bikini Season originally. Now this, you want to pay attention. This is a perfume mist. I feel like some of their other fragrance mists that they promote or have, they market them more so as like, I feel like they call them like fine fragrance mist, or they don't call all of them the perfume mist, if I am recalling correctly. And the reason why I want to note that is because this fragrance lingers on me way longer than any other Sol de Janeiro body sprays. Now, Sol de Janeiro, the one thing I will tell you about their lotions and why I repeatedly purchase their iconic Boom Boom cream. Even though I know there's several dupes out there, I purchased that specific scent because the lasting power on my skin loves it and it lasts for a long time. This fragrance lasts on my skin. So the description here says Shirosa 48 celebrates the liberating energy of 1948 Rio when the first Bikini debuted on Ipanema Beach. Feel the rush of fresh guava nectar, sunlit orchid, and sensuous pink musk. So here's what I'm going to say about this fragrance. It's very sweet. If you are somebody who likes the new fragrance from Ellis Brooklyn called Guava Granita, and I probably might be giving a little bit of a spoiler for a video that if you guys are interested, I can do here in the future. Spoiler alert, I purchased Guava Granita during the Sephora sale last month, and I actually made a post about this over on Instagram. I ended up sending it back because I had zero lasting power on it. I sprayed it on me. I loved it. And I did notice some similarities when I sprayed it initially. I was like, oh, I love this. It reminds me of the Shirosa 48. But when I sprayed it on my skin, 45 minutes later, I couldn't smell it. And I was not conservative in the amount of like how much I put on. I put on quite a bit and I could not smell it. Tried it again, could not smell it. So because it didn't last for me, I ended up sending it back. And I thought, you know what, I've got that Ulta coupon because I believe that this fragrance, I'm not sure if it's sold on the Sol de Janeiro website, but I do know that this fragrance is not sold at Sephora. It's sold at Ulta exclusively. But yeah, I just decided to go ahead and purchase this bigger bottle. And again, the lasting power on this is pretty good for me. I can still smell this on my body about 5 hours after I've sprayed it. So this one was a repurchase for me and it was for the win. And then another fragrance that I purchased, I've actually already shown you guys this fragrance in another haul video that I've done. But again, if you're just here wanting to watch a personal fragrance video, I showed this fragrance when I hauled my Caramel Sundays April restock, and this is their fragrance called Boston. Now, Caramel Sundays is a small business out of Georgia. They have a lot of candles, they have wax melts, they have car diffusers, they have some body care, perfume. They've got all sorts of products. And I purchased this perfume because my husband and I are actually planning a trip. We will be going to the city of Boston in August for our anniversary. We're planning to play tourist around there. We've never been, so it'll be fun. Not play tourist. We will be tourists there for a couple of days. And then we are planning to take a cruise out of the port there, Canada and New England, visit some various ports. So I am the type of person that I like to bring a new perfume with me when I go on a trip just to create that scent memory. And I figured Boston would be an appropriate perfume to do that. Now, this fragrance to me has similarities. I'm going to tell you guys, this fragrance has similarities to, it reminds me a little bit of the Philosophy Warm Cashmere, but there's a suede note in here that's a little bit more prominent. The Warm Cashmere is definitely more, it's like warm vanilla and you get kind of like a cashmere note in there. And there's a cashmere note in here, but there's a suede note in this. So if you're somebody who likes maybe that little, like you want a good gourmand vanilla mixed with almost kind of like a suede, it's not leather, it's definitely like a suede note. It's really, really good. And I think that this is going to be the perfect fragrance for me to wear in the month of August because, like I said, it will be, this to me is more of like a fall and winter fragrance because it's warmer. It's kind of got, that suede note just makes me think of like colder months. So I'm very excited to have this in my collection and to have gotten my hands on it. And while we are talking about fragrances that I like for the fall and winter, again, this is a fragrance that I thought, do I need to purchase this during the Sephora sale? Probably not, because I don't plan to wear this fragrance until the fall or winter. But then I got to thinking, well, the next Sephora sale is likely not going to be until November. And I might want to start wearing this fragrance earlier on, like maybe late September, early October. And this is a fragrance that I had in the travel size. And I went ahead and purchased it in the full size. This is the fragrance Vanilla Bourbon from Nest, New York. They don't have the fragrance notes on here. Now, this is a good vanilla, but it's got a booziness to it. It's got that sweet bourbon note in there, slightly boozy. Now, I am somebody who likes kind of boozy, almost, I would describe them almost as like unisex, slightly masculine fragrances. Again, more so in the wintertime. I don't like right now, I'm definitely all about like the coconut beach vibes, but come fall and winter time, I like fragrances like By the Fireside. I like Replica's Whispers in the Library, which has been discontinued for a while, but I've got a big bottle of it. I love that type of fragrance. Like I said, they're kind of slightly smoky, maybe a little bit of tobacco mixed with vanilla. Those tend to be my jam in the fall and winter. And so, yeah, I got myself a full-size bottle of this vanilla bourbon because, again, not only do I like this, my daughter also enjoys it. And then I wanted to just share with you the rest of like my little Sephora haul here. So I wanted to share with you guys a shampoo and conditioner set that I purchased. Now, clearly, this is not my natural hair color. It is a very highly processed blonde color, and so therefore I have to use a lot of like I really have to take care of my hair. I have to use products that are moisturizing, but also at the same time I have medium thickness, but my hair itself is very, very straight and fine, so I can't use anything that's too moisturizing that's going to weigh it down. And some of my favorite hair care products, like I kind of alternate through. I like Moroccan oil. I like Davines. I like Colleen Rothschild. And there's another brand that's like right. I like some R&Co products. There's another one that I've just been using recently that I'm like, which one is it? Pureology. I like some of the Pureology Hydrate lines. But this was a fragrance that, oddly enough, I got a sample of this hair oil in this brand, and I really liked the fragrance, and I really liked the way that it made my hair feel. And then during the Sephora sale, they had a set for the foundation, shampoo, and conditioner. And I figured, okay, the set I think was $60, but with the 20% off I got, I was like, okay, so that's going to take what? $12 off, so that's 48. And then I figured, okay, so that's $24 a bottle. That typically is around the price that I do pay for my shampoo or conditioner, because I know that sounds expensive to a lot of people. I only wash my hair twice a week, so I'm not going through a ton of shampoo and conditioner. So what am I talking about? This is from the brand Roz. I don't know a whole lot about this. I haven't seen a whole lot about it, but I'm going to tell you, I really, really like this. My hair feels really good after I wash it. And the smell on this is so like, it's so clean to me. Not overly perfumey, just it's really, really nice. And I do like these bottles. I think these bottles are aluminum. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, I really, really like these. So I almost contemplated buying another set, and I was like, no, hold off, Katie. Like, you can always buy it again in the November sale. I do have some other shampoos and conditioners, but I do like that Roz shampoo and conditioner. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull up here the other items that I wanted to share with you guys. So let me go ahead and pull these things out here. Probably giving you a little sneak peek. Okay. Here's a product that I purchased from Ulta. This is from the brand called Magic Molecule. It's marketed as an antimicrobial skin cleanser. I believe that it's like a hypochlorous acid. I think I'm saying that correctly. So this, it says spray it on acne prone skin, eczema, dry skin, rosacea, sunburns, zits, tattoos, and piercing. I mean, like it's meant for like a whole host of skin issues. Now, the reason why I purchased this is because my, like I said, I have 2 teenagers in my house right now. My 16-year-old daughter was experiencing a breakout from a product that she had tried. You know how it is, teenagers. They're easily influenced, and she already had a great skincare routine going on, and she had a friend say, oh, I love this specific product, and it was a drugstore product, and I knew already. I was like, you already have a good product. Why? And she tried this other product, and sure enough, it caused like a horrible breakout on her. Like it really, like she was really bothered by it. So I thought, well, let's try this to see if it'll help clear it up. And sure enough, it did work. The other reason why I wanted to get this is because my son is 13. He has some sensory issues where he's very nervous about soap getting in his eyes. So of course he's at the age now where I'm like, okay, we really need to make sure that you're washing your face every day. And so those things we're working through a lot of that. So, on the days when he's really struggling to wash his face, or maybe like even like in the mornings, like just giving a little spritz of this doesn't bother him. Just giving this a little bit of a spritz to kind of help try to keep those pores a little bit clearer. I figured that this was a good product. Now this is 1/8 fluid ounce bottle, and then there's 2 travel sized items in here. I believe the full size bottle retails for like $34 or $35, but this whole set was $42, and you get the 2 travel sized. I did buy this at Ulta. And again, I had a coupon on it. So I would definitely recommend this product. Again, it doesn't seem to bother my kids' skin very much, and it's marketed. It's got really, really good reviews. And so far, my kids are enjoying that. Another skincare product that I discovered a couple of months ago, this was a Jessica Braun recommendation. And this is the In Beauty Project Mineral Sun Glow. Now, I get it in the shade Fair Medium. So this will be my second tube. I haven't opened this one yet because I'm still using up my first tube. The other sunscreen that I really, really like is the Elta MD UV Physical 41. If you have very oily skin, that is a great product. It's another tinted SPF, but I wanted something that was a little bit more glowy and maybe a little bit easier to get my hands on. The Elta MD, I typically have to order through like Derm Store or just other retailers, whereas this is available at Sephora. But I really like this product. It does give a little bit of a glow. I am somebody that my facial skin typically only likes mineral sunscreen. It doesn't like chemical sunscreen. I will break out really badly if I wear chemical sunscreen too many days in a row. But I love this product. If you have oily skin, stay away from it. You're not going to like this because it does give you a glow, just a little bit of a tint to kind of sheer everything out. But this is a great product. So I did purchase another one of these. While we are on complexion, a product that I literally just picked up yesterday, this was a Lisa J makeup influence. I've had my eye on this for a while. A couple of people have talked about this. This is the Fenty Beauty Ease Drop. Again, it's been around for a while. I purchased it in the shade 5, which I think is light medium with warm undertones. I'm wearing it today, and the reason why I purchased it is because Lisa J said that she wears this kind of as like a layer underneath the Jane Iredale powder, which I also have that powder foundation and I love it. And she says that like it just gives her a little bit more coverage when she wears this with the Jane Iredale. So I purchased it again, first day, but I so far really, really like the coverage of it. We'll see if it breaks me out or anything like that. That's always the thing that I'm nervous about with any kind of new foundation or like skin type of product. I'm always like, oh, don't break me out. But I do like it so far. It applied very easily, nice sheer. You know, if you're getting to the age like me where you're like, you know what, I really don't need full coverage all the time, or I don't want full coverage. I just want like fresh skin. So far, this is a good product. If you want something that's got slightly more coverage, but gives you a little bit glowier look, this is a product that I feel like I don't see a lot of people talk about a whole lot. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow Foundation. I have it in the shade 2Y20, and I gotta tell you, I love this. And I've been wearing this, goodness, for probably about 3 weeks now. Now, I did purchase this directly from the Makeup Forever website because they had a better discount than the Sephora one. They sometimes will run 30 or 25% off on their website. So if you like Makeup Forever products, I would recommend purchasing directly from the brand when they have a sale. But I really, really like this. It is a glowy foundation. So again, oily skin, or if you don't want to glow, you're not going to like it, but it does give such a pretty, luminous, youthful glow. The lasting power is very good on it. Now, also, I will put the caveat in there that I always set my makeup with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It's been my holy grail since they released it. I don't deviate from it. I know it works. But the lasting power is really good. And I don't feel like I ever look greasy, but I still look kind of glowy. So that was another fun purchase. And then here was my last little fun, like kind of unnecessary purchase, but this is something that I've had my eye on for a little while. And I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and purchase it this time. Again, a product that's been around for quite some time, but this is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, just the original Master Mattes palette. Now, the reason why I like this is because I was looking for kind of a neutral, warm type of palette that I could use for travel. I like something that doesn't look too complicated. I can get a variety of looks out of it, but still kind of in the same type of family. Now, clearly, I am not wearing it today. I'm wearing the Huda, product. What is that? The new nude palette. It's been out for a long, long time. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. But this is just such a pretty palette. And I thought that this would be really nice for travel because what I plan to do with it and what I have been doing with it is I like to use all these shades to kind of, I have very deep set eyes. So I oftentimes have to use like a dark shade on the outside, more of like a medium shade on the transition, but I don't want too dark of a shade underneath my eyes. It's a whole spiel. But how I'm planning to use this is when I travel, to bring this, and then I have two of those hourglass palettes that they release around the holiday season, and I have kind of like a gold highlight shade in there that is perfect. It looks so beautiful with all of these shades because again, it's also in that kind of like warm shimmery family, and I will apply that on the lid and it looks beautiful. So that is why I was interested in that palette. Again, it's been on my radar for a little while and I did decide to go ahead and purchase it. So that is it for the old haul today. Again, don't know how this video is going to do because I know a lot of you guys typically are watching my channel for candle content, but I thought it would be a little bit fun to just deviate and share with you some fun other things. You know, I have a lot more to offer than just candles. And again, I figured that, you know what, a lot of us who like our homes to smell good, a lot of us are into personal fragrance too. Not everybody, but a lot of us are. And so I thought it would be just kind of fun to share this with you. If you guys would like more videos kind of in this vein, would you guys let me know in the comment box down below? Again, candles is still going to be the bread and butter of this channel. I would still say it's going to be 99% of the content that I put out. But I do have two other video ideas you know, brainstorming here that I could do that would be related to personal fragrance. One is I was thinking of maybe doing like my favorite lotion and perfume combos for the summertime. Like what are my favorite complementary fragrances to wear on my body? And again, personal fragrance is always so hard because it is so personal, not only for like what you prefer, but also like what works with your body chemistry. But I thought it would be fun to just kind of like throw out some ideas. Like I was saying, like the golden hour pairs really nicely with the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. If you guys know with my candle content, typically I like to go into my candle collection and find fragrances that complement each other as I move from room to room. So I thought that might be kind of fun. And then the other video that I thought might be kind of helpful, it's a little bit more negative, but it's the fragrances that I purchased last month during the Sephora sale. They are some hyped up fragrances and they just didn't work out for me. I mentioned one of them, the Guava Granita, but there were a couple of other fragrances that I purchased and I ended up sending back for multiple reasons. So if you guys would be interested in a little video about that, I'd be willing to kind of work that into my content calendar. I did also want to let you guys know, maybe I'll include it. I don't know where I'll put it, maybe like a candle chat, or if you guys want another personal fragrance video. I did just purchase the new Sniff fragrance. What is it called? Gentle Reminder. I think that's what it's called. It's the collaboration with, I think, Alex L. I hope I'm getting that correct. Sniff had a collaboration with her last year, and it was called a fragrance called Heal the Way. And that fragrance, honestly, was my most complimented fragrance of 2024. Everywhere I went, people were like, you smell so good. What are you wearing? I have already gone through an entire bottle and 3/4. I've almost gone through 2 bottles of that perfume already. My daughter, I gifted one to her for Christmas, and I still have another one in backup. That's how much I love that fragrance. But again, it's more of a fall winter scent to me. So I'm like, well, maybe this Gentle Reminder will be, I'm really curious to see what they have come up with for this release. So I will keep you guys posted either here on YouTube or over on my Instagram. I will let you guys know. So again, please hit thumbs up if you like this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any of these products or if you liked this video in general. It lets me know to, you know, maybe include another one of these videos somewhere in the future. If not, you can also say, Katie, just stick to candles. That's totally fine too. So I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.